3 days away from game one of the second round of the Kelly Cup playoffs. As we all know by now, the Walleye and the Comets rivals in every sense. Proximity, obviously a big part of that equation, and the fact they seem to face off almost annually in the postseason is also another huge factor. And with that, we are welcome. Oh, so good to have Evan Rankin back. Evan working the intermission reports and post-game reports for us in round one in that sweep against Indy. All right, but this is a whole different thing here, Evan. Yeah. I mean, this Toledo-Fort Wayne rivalry is one of the best, isn't it?
It's tough.
Yeah.
Like, both these teams are tough. They both want it. I mean, it's going to be a great series. I'm pumped for it.
Right, and the familiarity with the two. I mean, obviously, you saw Fort Wayne a lot during your days in the playoffs, in the regular season. What do you think of when you start thinking about Fort Wayne?
You just know it's going to be a tough game. I mean, they're just always bringing their A game, no matter what, whether it's at their rink or it's at ours. Sometimes they even come a little bit harder at our rink, just because they travel well too, and the intimidation factor. I mean, it's going to be a great series. There's no doubt about it.
Is there any other, I mean, I know it's a kind of a broad question, but is there any other rivalry in the ECHL where you see the opposing fans in the other arena more than this one?
I don't know, because we have the cowbell, right?
Oh,
so
need more cowbell.
we go to Fort Wayne and everybody hears the cowbell. But what do they have when they come? They have something. It's like it's not a bell, but
they snap their fingers.
I think you can hear them all over the place.
Yeah, so they're loud.
They're equally loud as we are when we're there.
All right, okay. So when we think back, let's think back to last year. Let's think back to last postseason against Fort Wayne. It was a battle, as it always is. You guys prevail, but I mean, is there anything that sticks out to you about playing the Comets in the postseason?
Yeah, I mean, no matter what, it was always a tough game. We had, I want to say, we won in 5 last year. But even the 5th game, we're up. I think it was 4-0. We knew we were going to win, but that third period, you would have thought it was a 1-1 game. Mm-hmm. They didn't stop until the very last shift. So it just kind of shows you what the bad blood is a little bit, and being able to be on the positive, the winning side. We knocked them out of the playoffs 2 of the last 3 seasons, and it's going to be a bloodbath, and a lot of those guys. They want to redeem what they've lost in the last few seasons.
Sure, so you're saying the guys should wear their mouth guards for this one. Okay, so one thing, we talk about opposing rinks, and can it get in a player's head? Did it ever get in your head, like when you walked into a rink, if you're 0-3-1, like the Walleye are this year at Fort Wayne, does that get in the back of your head when you're walking in?
I mean, it can if you kind of fall into a little bit of a slump, but for whatever reason, when I was with the Walleye the last couple seasons, it never really felt like that much of a threat going there, as it probably felt for them coming to us. I think our fans do a phenomenal job. We have the best fans in the league. There's no doubt about it. And you can see that every single night. We have, a sold-out game, whether it's a Wednesday morning or, a Sunday afternoon. So I'm expecting our fans to just bring that intimidation factor a little bit more.
Well, the overall record, as we have touched upon many times, 2-5-1, Fort Wayne owning it over the Walleye in the regular season. How much will that play a factor going into this series?
I think Steven Stamkos, when he was talking at the end of their last series, where I think they won against New Jersey 4-1, he said it's the playoffs. So whether the Walleye have lost in the regular season, that doesn't matter. You can throw that behind you. It's all about the playoffs, and both these teams want to win a championship. We know we're going to have a great series. I'm expecting a little bit of a bloodbath, truly.
Pushing and shoving, Soul just came in.
And I think the hockey fans in Toledo and Fort Wayne would appreciate that. Not so sure about the players in the league, but still, that'd be a lot of fun. And, man, we cannot wait to get this thing started. You take a look at the schedule, games 1 through 7 in the 2-2-1-1-1 format. Obviously, if it gets to Fort Wayne, Walleye have done like they've done to the last team they played from Indiana. It won't go past game 4, but if it does, at home, on the road, all games live right here on BCSN. And as we mentioned, it all starts this Saturday night. Coverage starts at 7:30. Puck drops approximately 7:35. Game 1, round 2, Kelly Cup playoffs, Fort Wayne and Toledo, right here on BCSN.